Good evening. I'm Professor McCoy. Welcome back to Fable 3. Jump back into things. We're not going to get straight back into the plot, so just as people trickle in. I will apologize in advance in case there is... Oh, hello, children. Speaking of, my kids don't want to go to sleep, so if there's noise, I'm freaking and...
Thank you. You've obviously done something right. Mum looks really chuffed.
Wrong, guys.
Where's Albie?
Hello. Oh, hey. Oh, there.
That's where I already gave the real children hugs goodnight. They're just refusing to...
See ya.
How they are. You know how they are, right?
Hello. Oh. Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. Oh, yes. Oh, hey.
Yes, I do still do that to all of them, by the way.
Daddy, can I ask you something? There's something I really want, Daddy. Can you get it for me?
Probably. Toy gun?
Really? You'll get it for me? Thanks, Dad.
I might have to find one. No, I have one. Right?
I like seeing other
There you go.
places. Great. I love toys. Thanks, Dad. I love you. Our house is better than Matthew's house.
Wow, that... Okay.
How are you? I want to come too.
Oh no, Pupper Doggo's head is buried in the ground. Alright.
La la.
Hello. Oh, hey. Oh, there.
Snuggle.
Aw. Are the, hi Grace, how are you doing? I'm wondering, are the leaf forms around the eyes, is that indicative of, moral goodness, I suppose? Anyway. Hi Grace, good evening. Welcome back. We're doing Tuesday, Thursday again this week, as I don't... Did I mention that? Discord anywhere? Probably should have, but...
The king! Or as Mummy says,
Hail.
the big...
I know the prices are high, but I'm just reflecting the
I have a
times.
doll and her name is...
At your
Oh,
orders.
wow.
Predicting the time.
Hey there.
Okay,
Your
so,
Majesty.
well, I guess that is as good a chance as any to jump into it, to jump into current events and whatnot. Because there could be multiple reasons for the prices being oddly or unfortunately high. One can be the good reason and one can be the bad reason. The good reason is a case like
You
this,
won't find anything better in all
where
of
there is a great deal of
Whitehall than the
prosperity.
stuff I'm selling right here.
because again, at this time, right, presently, the kingdom is actually quite prosperous, despite the impending doom. The kingdom is, in fact, doing relatively well. Particularly Brightwall. Brightwall is doing great. Especially, not least of which, because it is so far away
You're
from
not
said
having second
impending doom.
thoughts, are you? You're my only boy.
Is going to show us something amazing.
This place is very dangerous.
In any case, though, it is,
Oh,
that is one reason for prices to be high. Which is that people have a great deal of money to spend, and so people are capable of charging a great deal more.
Best establishments in Brightwall.
Now that said, that would even out more or less. Prices would be higher than they would be in, say, a slum, that sort of thing. But the difference of what you would really want to be looking at would not be, gold prices even. It would be labor prices. How much, or what economists refer to as time prices. How much time it costs a worker, whatever type, how long it takes to work to earn enough to afford something. And even though, gold prices or whatever might go up, the time prices in a prosperous time will be going down. And that is typically what we see, at least in post-industrial society. With some exceptions. There are some things that the prices of which do not actually fall, even though they probably should.
I don't know what to say. Hi.
I haven't been here when it's empty,
Everything all right, Your Majesty?
actually. Taking a look.
At your orders, sir.
Yeah, time prices should be falling, assuming an increased capital accumulation, increases of technology, which leads to work efficiency and all that stuff. Right? Time prices should gradually fall. That won't necessarily happen though, if there are other pressures being applied, and some of those other pressures, in our particular case, at least in some sectors, are primarily state-driven. If there are significant state barriers to a given economic sector, which is unfortunately quite common, especially in things like housing right now. Terrible for this. Then no, those time prices are going to. So prices will rise faster than inflation, price inflation. Certainly exists. Asks Yo McCoy, what do you consider your ultimate authority? God. Do you want a more complex or sophisticated answer than that, or is that
It
good
is
enough?
time, Your Majesty, to meet fate with steely resolve and commission Albion's army. We will use the funds we have to establish the best possible defense. Before I can commit those funds, however, I require your signature on a contract stating your awareness of the
we're there.
projected number of civilian casualties. Strictly a formality, of course, though should the number alarm you, you may wish to donate as much gold to the treasury as possible before you sign.
All right, let's see how this is.
Very good. If you could just sign on the dotted line, please.
0 of my subjects will die in the coming war. That is wildly unrealistic. I don't care how much money or resources you put into defense. That is hilariously, wildly unrealistic. I mean, I don't know. Okay, that's almost unrealistic. Could be realistic if what we're doing, if in a situation like this, we're talking about the Crawler, which is this evil entity out in the desert sands down near Aurora. Aurora are our subjects. Aurorans are our subjects, so that's a problem. Problem number one. But beyond that, though, this projection is at least possible if this were an expeditionary force or an invasion, in which case there would be no civilian casualties because the enemy force, this crawler, could not arrive Albion before it's defeated. But that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about a strictly defensive action, which zero civilian casualties seems plausible, impossible, maybe. I don't know. I acknowledge that all is well. Albion army is commissioned. Oh, is this it? Are we there?
Happy anniversary, Your Majesty.
Wow, okay, no,
1
we're here.
year
Here we go,
as
all right.
King of Albion. Doesn't time just fly? I am delighted to say that the Albion army has been deployed in preparation for the invasion, so we may enjoy the occasion without apprehensions. To celebrate this momentous day, I have prepared some fantastic events. First, you will stand still for several hours while a local artist paints your portrait. Then you will choose the 47 varieties of flowers you wish to be cast at your feet as you parade through the city. Oh, and you will need to sign thousands of autographs, of course. Let's see, you will also be fitted for a new pair of shoes, and of course you will need a new suit.
I would rather lead the army at the front line. Sorry. Ah, good. We've been teleported away from that med. You know, being a hero. So, it certainly exists. Is God a sufficient answer to your question? What do you think, Irma? Too vague
The
there.
day has come, King. It is time for you to face the darkness. But you will do so in your true form. Over the past year, you have made decisions that reveal your nature, and which have affected the lives of all your subjects. You have done what many would have thought impossible. Not only have you raised an army to protect your people, but you have accomplished this while acting as a noble, benevolent, and popular ruler. But you are more than a king. You are a hero. You are Albion's champion, its protector.
The goofy smile is not...
Only you
Oh, geez, graphical limitations of 2008, man. Or
If
whatever
you
this
do
was.
not, all your efforts will have been in vain. Now go. Do what you were born to do.
Can I fly? Please tell me I can actually. I only have 12 guild seals. Let's just go. Glorious. All right. Okay. So actually, I had a thought about this before I go. Ready. So if you recall, our brother's reason for descending into tyranny. So he ascended the throne, son of a hero, and then goes across the sea to Aurora and discovers this crawler, this evil force that is going to attack and invade his kingdom, slaughtering countless innocents. And so this drives him to start making these harsh decisions, doing evil that good may come, instilling tyranny, tyrannizing the people in the hopes of protecting them. I just realized what this reminds me of. It's funny. This actually came out a little bit. I think this game came out right around when this fan theory was really starting to develop and gain popularity. Because I'm thinking, this makes me think of, this might be a deep cut, but this makes me think of a particular Star Wars fan theory. Okay. So, there's this theory that Palpatine, as Chancellor of the Republic, yes, as a Sith Lord, all that, all true, he was already roiled in the dark side of the Force, and so that's a bad foot to start off on, but whatever. He discovered the impending threat of the Yuuzhan Vong, this massive force of extragalactic invaders that were going to be attacking within the next half-century. That were known to him as the, quote, Far Outsiders. He got intel from the Epic Flight Project, from the Return of Brigier, and to a bunch of ancient rumors and legends of organic starships and all this, and cobbled it together into a theory that there's this extragalactic force that is going to invade and cause untold destruction. They're going to try and take over the galaxy with a reign of terror, that they are absent from the Force, etc. Okay. So, the theory goes that the reason Palpatine executed this plan, took over the Republic and turned it into the Empire, and did what he did, all of the specific military plans that he had, one, eliminating the Jedi, because the Jedi wouldn't have been particularly effective against the Vong, because they were outside the Force, turned out to be nonsense. People forget that fans... Sorry, no, I'm gonna lay it out. I'm gonna best case scenario this before I start criticizing. Anyway, Vong are outside the Force. He decides to get rid of the Jedi, so they're not in the way. They're just going to be causing problems. They're not actually going to be all that helpful. He starts militarizing the formerly demilitarized Republic. And he specifically starts building super weapons, things like Galaxy Gun, which can raise planets from half a galaxy away. Tremendously useful because the Yuuzhan Vong use planets as ship wombs. They use planets, asteroid fields, just planetoids and whatnot, to grow their ships and their technology. So if a planet gets taken, you can raise the surface of the thing and eliminate the Vong forming. They're sort of like that. The Death Star. have a similar purpose, but also could be a main battlefield weapon to take out these world ships, which are like moon-size transport and staging craft that can also serve as battleship. Also, the battleships, involved battleships, are their biggest ones are like super Star Destroyer size, at least, some larger. So all that sort of thing. All these super weapons, the theory goes, were designed with an eye towards defending the galaxy from the Yuuzhan Vong, and all of Palpatine's machinations and all of his tyrannies were for the purpose of protecting the citizens of the galaxy from this grand outside. This theory is very stupid. It is absolutely, it is denied in the very books that a lot of people will point to here. Outbound Flight denies it outright, and says that no, that the main reason that Palpatine was worried about expanding his reach beyond the edge of the galaxy was expansionary. It was not defensive. He was concerned with the Chiss as a potential use. Their potential use being unknown regions of the galaxy, again, potentially expanding. The super weapons, or sorry, the Jedi. Talking to the Jedi, it turned out that Jedi were some of the most effective warriors against the Yuuzhan Vong when they finally invaded Luke's Jedi, the new Jedi Order, hence the book series. Or is depicted in. Right. So all of this is nonsense. If you look specifically at the super weapons, YouTube channel Eckhart's Ladder just did a good video about the Death Star specifically and how it would not be all that effective against world ships. Technologically, no, it would not actually work. You're just gonna have to trust me on that. It would take a long time to go into the technology. But in any case, no, it would not actually work like that. Really what was going on, even if Palpatine knew about the Yuuzhan Vong, he was just going to be relying upon a strongly united and militarized empire to fight them off, even assuming he knew about them. Not a lot of strong evidence that he did. But even if he knew that, then it was a secondary concern, right? His primary concern was the acquisition of power, because he was a Sith Lord. That's what Sith Lords do. They acquire power by any means necessary. And this was the time that the Sith had been biding since the time of Darth Bane to eventually actually take over the galaxy, wipe out the Jedi, and assume what they saw as their rightful place. Okay, that's what was really going on. This idea that Palpatine saw this great threat from outside and decided reluctantly that he had to acquire all this tyrannical power in order to defend against it is just nonsensical post hoc out of universe imperial propaganda. Which is a very silly trend. I wish Imsimp were here for this. I'm gonna have to make him rewind. Someone give him timestamps when he gets here. Because he's one of those. Hence the... In any case, though, right, this is... The case we have here in this game is actually that. Right? What we actually have going on here is what a lot of those Imperial sympathizers, if you will, like to argue was going on with Palpatine. But here, really, it does in fact lead an initially good man down a very dark path, making moral compromises for the greater good, to do evil that good might come, which is a path to hell. Again, I think that there is a fascinating lesson to be learned there. Just Star Wars is not the place for it. It's here. The great example. Alright. Let's go wherever Teresa wants us to go. Teresa? The Seer. Aha.
It's here. The darkness has reached Power Stone.
How did it get
The
here
attack
first?
has barely begun, but already we have suffered terrible casualties.
What?
We simply weren't ready. If we don't act quickly, there may not be a kingdom left to defend by dawn.
We have to get out on the streets, now!
Today we fight for Albion!
For Albion!
Okay then. It's quite bad, apparently. Honestly, the ads at this point in the game are a little bit out of place.
Defend the city with your
Yeah, that's evil.
lives. Got it?
Jeez.
Good. Good block. Yeah. No armor is stopping you, is it? That's not on. Stop. It's here. Hey, Billy broke my chair.
Bring it on. Where is it?
That thing ever shut up. These things are tough.
Oh,
You brought this on yourself. We have to find it.
The Night
We
Bringers
have to
have
save our
come!
people.
But this is the kingdom of unlight now! This is the kingdom of death! Death beats its wings.
How come we don't get armor like this?
like what? The things? Minions? They're mechanical. Wait, why am I going that? Okay, fine, beat up. Well, I'm still earning money, so that's good news. That means that a lot of my rental properties are not destroyed. That's good, right?
Saying, don't listen. Page.
Not good.
This isn't real. It isn't real. This is a nightmare, right? Someone please tell me it's just a nightmare. All your strength comes with the strength of the law. Oh, I say, using magic really isn't fair.
Ooh, that's where the angel wings show up. All right, I see.
Dead fingers whisper. Dead fingers claw at 1,000,000 eyes.
Get it.
Go away, tornado.
Where are they?
You have done such hurtful things.
Ah, well, hello, George Rose.
Your world shall rejoice in your death.
I've not actually done terrible things, funny enough.
Drink the sounds you give us. The cries of your young. The gurgle of a freshly ripped throat. We give thanks for your desperation.
Very cool.
They're dying out there. They're everywhere. They're bloody everywhere.
Do not provoke us with the bone gleams shining from your broken bodies. It is a transgression against the night.
There's too
Ew,
many.
these are dead soldiers. I mean, at least they're dead soldiers. Presumably volunteered for them. That's like dead civilians all over. I guess I have to wonder that.
Flocks to you.
If I didn't have that much money, oh, jeez. If I didn't have that much money, I have to wonder if my preparedness were too low. If that would have been, there would have been civilian bodies all over. The game certainly has the technology to be that.
You shall be sightless, for that is the most blessed state of being.
Come on.
It is our gift to you.
That armor is thick. Good work there. swords still strike through them.
Petals falling into a river.
Where the hell did the sun go?
You are the flowers the children will pick and cast into dead water.
Careful. Coming. Oh, that's beautiful. Only everyone else can cast those.
Honestly, yeah, that'd be fantastic. But apparently, the whole magic thing is limited to heroes. Tonight on the Sim says, tonight on the philosophy of Fable III, Professor McCoy dives into what is religious freedom. Should an ideal Catholic state permit the existence of faiths? All this and more tonight. You won't want to miss it. Stay tuned. I had no plans to talk about that at all.
I can feel it.
But if you're interested,
We're getting close
I
to
can.
that thing. Where are you? Show yourself.
The lost sheep returns to the flock.
Eh, it's got too many eyes.
No one ever leaves the darkness behind.
No, it doesn't. It has too many faces. Uh-oh. That's not it.
Do you see? Do you see what you have allowed? We are all shadows now.
Hey, I can't get through. Don't hold back. Don't. I'm ready. Where are you? Where are you? Oh, yes, a nice spell should do the trick against these things.
You rule over a graveyard. Is that what you wanted? You are already dead inside. Join me in darkness.
I think whatever's inside them just got fried.
You are already dead inside. Join me in darkness. You are already dead inside. Join me in darkness.
Make it end! Make it end!
No. So this is the dark thing, the crawler, possessing our teacher.
Swarm.
Because it attacked him in the desert, if you remember this from a few weeks ago.
I think whatever's inside them just got fried.
Okay, we did it, I think. Ooh.
I'm sorry.
You took away the darkness. It's been inside me all this time. But it's light now. I can see the sky. And it's light. I don't think I can fight anymore.
It's all over, Walter. We won. We beat it together.
Do you remember the stories I tell you when you were a child? There was a great king once, the mightiest hero of them all. Remember what you would say?
Teach me to be a hero.
You've done me proud, boy. You've always done me proud.
Oh, Walter. I think old Walter would have liked it out here. He was always a fan of looking
tall and stony. I can imagine what he'd say if he was here now.
Shut up, Ben.
Exactly.
It's time I return to my own castle. If ever you need to save the world from another abomination, you know where to find me.
My people shall never forget what you have done for them. We are proud to be part of Albion. I shall return to Aurora in the knowledge that we may at last enjoy peace. Farewell, Your Majesty.
Walter was right about you. You're a hero in every sense of the word. The hero Albion needed.
What will you do now?
I will continue to serve you the best way I can. I belong down in the city. The people there will always need help. Goodbye, my king.
Especially after all
You
that.
have done what I thought impossible. You are the ruler I could never be. But you don't need me anymore. And Albion will heal easier without me.
Well, King, old chum, ruler supreme, pal, you did it. You saved the kingdom. And it's my turn to say goodbye.
Well,
I'm
why?
not cut out to be a general. And I think I'd like to start travelling again. Or maybe see if Paige needs any help down in Industrial. But before I go, let's send off our friend in style, shall we? This one's for you, Walter.
This is the world as it could have been. Devoid of color, devoid of life. It is thanks to you that it isn't so, and you did it without becoming a tyrant. The people love you, and you have banished the shadow of your brother's reign. You kept your promise to Sabine and his people, when it would have been easier to turn your back on them. A noble gesture. You swore an oath to Paige to better the lives of your people, and you did so even in the face of great danger. You did for the Aurorans what your brother would not. He broke his promise, but you proved to be the better leader. Without the strength to make those choices, we would not be standing here now. Perhaps we shall meet again one day, King.
Aren't you going to tell me my future?
The future will reveal itself when it is ready to do so.
gun salute? That's interesting. Well, we had a lot less left than I thought we did, but all right. Well, that's Fable 3. This is the thing. I thought this was going to be over 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago or whatever. And now all of a sudden I've got another couple hours to just yap at you guys, I guess. So maybe I'll just run around doing some side quests while I yap about things. That'll be fine. There's still more side quests to do, assuming I still can go back and do them. So Imson passing the actual question associated with his little introductory text to be put forward. Something real. Sorry about that. So, Imsip asks, should a Catholic nation where the Church is the official religion allow other religions to exist? I think after Vatican II, the Church has said human freedom, such as freedom to choose one's religion, should never be banned. This is the Catholic ideal. The Catholic ideal is not to be a state. I mean, this goes traditionally all the way back to the Galatian Two Swords doctrine in the 7th century, I think it was. Pope Galasius II. Who laid out what came to be known as what immediately known, Two Swords Doctrine, which is that there are these two separate powers, the temporal and the eternal, and that these two swords, that of the magistrate and that of the Supreme Pontiff, that they should neither clash nor interfere. That ultimately, yes, they should both be subservient to God. And therefore, where they might disagree, the church's authority is supreme. But the church does not have a right to interfere with the operations of the magistrate, to the civil authority. But to say that there should be a creedal Catholic nation, that the church should that there should be a nation that is nationally Catholic, just in the statist sense, is not just a bad thing since Vatican II said it was. That's a bad thing for 1,500 years, going very, very far back in Catholic tradition. Also, Grace, I love char siu pork. I make it often. It is. I'll have to talk about that next. Remind me to sort of walk through my recipe for char siu pork and how I love it. I don't do the red dye thing. I don't want to ruin my Instagram. Love char siu pork. Anyway, going back to this. The real question to ask is, what force, if any, is justified to ensure that people have right religion? And then further, what is the appropriate means for ensuring that people have the right religion? Have right religion, particularly within a context of what we call a Catholic nation. A couple ways of doing it. You can ask the first question. You can say, is it justified to violently stop people from practicing pagan religion, or even non-Catholic religion, and heretical religion, a false religion, broadly speaking? And the ultimate answer to that is no, certainly not. You can debate whether it is justified to stop people, even violently, from knowingly attempting to draw other people away from true religion. Proselytizing heresy, in other words. You can argue in some contexts that force might be justified in it. Maybe. Because it involves what is essentially kind of a secular equivalent might be trying to convince someone to kill themselves. Particularly if you're using some manner of authority in order to do so. Because, of course, we know from Scripture why fear he who can kill the body, when we have greater fear of he who can also kill the soul. Messing up the quote. As far as banning particular proselytizing of other faiths, such as Jehovah's Witnesses, door knocking, Mormonism, etc., maybe that you can make a stronger argument for that. But you can also make a stronger argument for you can make an argument for that from property rights as well, like enforce no soliciting sign. If somebody doesn't want to be proselytized to, and they shouldn't, then just put up a sign, and anybody who gets onto your property is then a trespasser. It can and should be treated appropriately. Music somewhat loud, let me fix it. Oh, fixed it too much. Turn it down a bunch. That should be better. Alright. Sorry about that. If it gets loud again, let me know. Or if the actual gameplay pops up again and it's too quiet, let me know. In any case, though, right, so what I was getting at is this, what we might today call something like a separation of church and state, but it goes back to something more like separation of powers, if you want to think of it that way. Probably a better way of thinking of it. Why is it quiet? Fascinating. Yeah, that's fine, whatever. Something broke. Which, this is another interesting point, right? So we all know, we Americans at least all know that, grace, no offense. We know that the founding fathers implemented the sort of divisions between the different branches of government within the U.S. Constitution as a way of sort of dividing powers, so that these competing centers of power would would check one another so that no particular element of the state could get out of hand and become tyrannical. Fair enough. What we don't teach in school is that this was a sort of bureaucratic attempt to emulate the divisions of powers that we genuinely had organically within the Middle Ages with Christendom, where you had different layers and different centers of authority, both ecclesiastical and political, that were all in some kind of competition with one another. So nothing ever got out of hand. There was no significant political tyranny, at least over the long term, at any point during the Middle Ages. Now, yes, you're going to make me eat those words when you say something about some king or something who did something nasty to it. But also, you will notice that that almost certainly lasted never more than one generation. Because there weren't these stable, institutional, bureaucratic centers of power and authority where power could accumulate. The era of absolute monarchy didn't arise until after the Middle Ages, post Enlightenment. It required the advent of secularism. Anyway, as far as the outlawing of proselytizing, you can maybe make a libertarian case. That's reasonable. Especially if you can lump it in with trespass, which I think. Now, the other question, of course, is when is violence justified, which is ultimately the political question, the only political. That's what politics is. Political theory is the question, the singular question of when and where is it appropriate to use violence in the organization of society. And the libertarian answer to this is in defense. That's it. Specifically, it would be in defense of person or property. That's when it is justified to use violence. Justified. And I think that is the correct answer, frankly. But there are. This is ultimately what the political question comes down to. And if you ask, say, you give this, say, the socialistic, when is violence justified for the organization of society? It would be for everything. There is nowhere, no sector of political society where the socialist will say that violence is unjustified, simply by definition. The same applies to the fascist. Well, it's just that they think that it should be organized in a different manner, using those same violent means. The political means is opposite. If you ask, contemporary American politicians, they will all give different answers to this question. Where is violence justified in the organization of society? You have some people on the sort of the left, the sort of progressive Democrat side, who say that violence is justified in totally turned off. In things like feeding the poor and administering healthcare and ensuring some measure of income equality, and et cetera, et cetera. Pick your favorite democratic program. Violence is justified in accomplishing those ends. You pick people on the sort of Republican right. Violence is justified, including aggressive violence, for the common defense of society. For the reputational defense of the state of Israel, for example. Right, all these sorts of things. That's just a like one absurd example, but it's an example. So again, it's important to remember that is fundamentally the political question. When is it acceptable to use violence for the organization of society? And so if the question is, when is it acceptable to use violence to ensure that people have right religion? The answer can be almost never, if ever at all. The only place where I think it might be potentially justified is a case where someone is knowingly teaching error and is knowingly and deliberately drawing people away from true religion. Right? This is formal heretics. Right? People who acknowledge the legitimate authority, or at least have acknowledged legitimate authority of the church, who then go on to teach contrary to church doctrine, who are told that what they're doing is contrary to church doctrine and ought to be stopped, and refuse to stop. Right? Cases like that, you can make a case for violently stopping that, but that's a tough case to make, and I can't think of any other instances where you could. Search had a moment. Other moment. All right. Games have passed on a similar note. Many migrants have entered the Spanish enclaves in Africa. That's been a fascinating one. And some Arab immigrants in the mainland have gained legal residency last week with new law. In what ways can this become an opportunity for people who are banned from hearing the gospel, find Christ, enter the waters of baptism, and enter the church? How can we ensure this opportunity does not go to waste? Well, first of all, by rebaptizing Spain, because while the commies didn't exactly win the Spanish Civil War, they didn't exactly lose either. And if you look at the current government of Spain, certainly it's well within the sort of Colombo Homo milieu. As for the common people, there might actually be a chance of proselytizing there. There might actually be a chance of bringing some of these people in. The trouble is that for a lot of reasons, I think that the people who are that these migrants in particular, specifically looking at them in particular, are not the ones who are going to be all that likely to consider Christianity version as a live option. Partially because, from what we know, a lot of these people are released criminals from Morocco. And then beyond that, this is essentially an invasion force, right? So I think, again, it should be thought of in those terms, that this is, in effect, something like a less than lethally violent military invasion, which is a fascinating case. I don't know if there are any historical examples of less than lethally violent um, invasions like this. Like, I can't think of alternative. I cannot think of precedent here. But we need to look at this in terms of just war, rather than in terms of uh, are these our neighbors? Or so yeah, I think that again, the particular cases here, the particular individuals, I think there is a chance that at least some of them are not sort of in on the invasion. And I think that at least some of them might be open to the gospel. We can certainly pray that they are, and I think that there is a chance that some will be. But honestly, the silver lining of this might just be just have to be limited to um, Spain, perhaps only, but perhaps even more of Europe, um, turning back towards its identity as Christendom, as something that might be able to save it from sort of thing. Because I think that at least there's at least a chance of that happening. Um, there's a far greater chance I should happening, particularly on a larger scale. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm rather pessimistic about version of the migrants. Under other circumstances, a lot of them might be open to Christianity, but not. I don't think under these would be all that likely, especially just given the secularization of Europe over the last century or so. Now, if these people were invading the Bible Belt, maybe like there's a chance, or if these people were invading, say, Europe in the 13th century, and invading in the way that they're invading, not as an armed regular army, but in this sort of less than lethally violent conquest by demographic. In that case, I think there's a real chance that a lot of them would simply integrate into European Christian society, Spanish Christians. Maybe not enough. Maybe not a critical mass. Maybe it would still be a problem. But again, I don't think there's precedent for this. It's a really weird case. Anyway, yeah, I think that, once again, I think this is... Sim says most of the 60,000 migrants have left Ceuta. Only 5,000 are left. Spain's building a barrier. Well, that's good. I mean, they almost all arrived by water, by basically just swimming around the border fence, as far as I know. And they're all also almost exclusively young men, which is another tidbit here. Leads to the obvious conclusion that this is a dating force. And of course, noticeably, Morocco is basically being rewarded by the EU. They're being given relief support money because this happened. Wonderful. Jameson says, I meant more so the ones who've been in Spain for a bit, families, etc. I have hope that Our Lady will pray for them and bring them to her Son. Well, amen. I join her in that prayer, that our prayers be joined to hers. But also, we should not mistake the dark cloud for its silver lining. There may yet be good drawn out of this evil, but it remains an evil. Crucial we not forget that. You've done the impossible. Saving your kingdom while suffering virtually no losses places you amongst the greatest leaders of all time. Your people love you and consider it an honor to be the subjects of such a magnificent... Wonderful. Wonderful indeed.
My king.
Here's a present. Now, how about making me a duke then?
My lord.
Bounty hunting? Bounty hunting? What kind of bounty hunting? What do you mean? No? Alright, well, I can't really spend 17 guild seals. Alright. So there is additional side questy bits, I suppose. Like bounty hunting. Collect the rare Oh, are you serious? Oh, no, that's for... Okay, no, that is for, down in Aurora. Okay. What else do we have here? Traitor's Keep. Ooh, there's DLC? Life returns to normal in the castle. But when has your life been? Interesting. Wheel of Misfortune. I already have the high score. Evil, of course, married. Oh, the flowers. Evil. Evil. That one might. Oh. Stupid. Find fetch quest. Evil. To a greater key. Might be new. Anyway. I think this is a DLC quest. So let's go figure it out, shall we? I did turn the volume down substantially in game audio, so if it's too quiet at some point, let me know. By the way, Imsib, unrelated, but I was talking earlier about the Star Wars fan theory about Emperor Palpatine becoming a tyrant and creating all of his super weapons as a sort of preemptive defense against the Yuuzhan Vong invasion, and talking about how it was very silly, absolutely nonsensical, and obviously false, and refuted in the very text that people use as evidence for it. But then also I kind of wanted to relate it to Logan, your older brother, the other king, this guy. Because the theory is essentially that Palpatine sought this tyrannical power because he foresaw a greater threat, and so he was exercising tyranny over his subjects in order to protect them from some greater evil, which is essentially what Logan was doing, right? Logan, the former king, our older brother, was forewarned about the Crawler, this evil entity, and so he started to tyrannize the people in order to protect them. He was doing evil that good might come. He was tyrannizing the people in order to protect them. All of these evil things that he was doing was for some greater good, as it were. And again, I think this is a far greater example of the kind of thing that people want to say about Palpatine. Of course, they're completely wrong about it in terms of Palpatine. I kind of went over some of the details earlier, right around when we started. But again, I thought this would be something you might find particularly interesting, because I'm curious as to your thoughts about that particular fan theory. If you have opinions, well-formed opinions on the matter, and by well-formed opinions, I mean my opinion, or if you have. What I mean is whether you have an opinion on the matter that is formed by knowledge of the canon and Empire good, that sort of thing.
I really thought we were done. Tell me this.
All right, let's see what's going on here.
Your command, Majesty.
I don't know how I move my family in. I'd like to do that.
You have accomplished something quite extraordinary. I do not think even your father could have equaled it. The kingdom teetered on the brink of annihilation, and yet we live, all thanks to you. As for me, I'm just an old servant, and that is what I will always be. You know where to find me should you ever require my assistance, sir.
Royal face tattoo. That seems like an oxymoron. I should have waited to see. Cook's hat.
That appears to be all of the gifts.
Okay. I don't get the wings anymore? Darn. Just for that ending sequence. Well, back to the treasury.
Ah, Your Majesty. It seems like an age since we last had the pleasure of speaking. The awful attack on the kingdom, Walter's tragic demise. Terrible, terrible business. Still, we mustn't dwell on the past, must we? There is much to do. Dealing with the aftermath of recent events, bolstering the morale of the people, and many, many equally riveting issues. So, if you are ready, Your Majesty, shall we proceed to the throne room and begin? Wonderful. I assure you, you will be entertained, engrossed, and elated. This is our best royal schedule yet.
I feel like I'm going to be annoyed.
So I will arrange an audience with the Blacksmith Association, and we can clear this tax dispute up in no time. 2 or 3 days of negotiations should settle it. Now, on to much more important matters. The hiring of a new head gardener. As you know, the rose bushes this year have suffered some minor discomfort due to the inclement weather and less than salubrious soil management. I have arranged an interview process that should take no more than 8 weeks, starting tomorrow morning. It should make for a very...
Ooh. thief or assassin. Oh. Apparently quite a threat.
But lest we forget matters of state, we really ought to begin a more considered census of the population. Estimates of the number of citizens vary widely. I suggest each one comes to the throne room and has a...
Is it too late for an audience, my king? Who are you? I've come from far away to fulfill my destiny. To get revenge for everything you've done. How many innocent people have you sent to the keep? I don't know what you're talking about. Your lies won't save you now. I've spent years in a cell, thinking about this moment. Did you think you're safe here, your majesty? Did you think your guards could protect you?
I gotta protect them, apparently.
They couldn't keep me in the keep. And they couldn't keep me out of your castle. This is the end of the kingdom. Albion will be free.
Hey.
It's time for the people to rule themselves.
Hey!
I am well trained in the art of murder. I've never killed a king before. I am the instrument of change. I am the voice of revolution. The world doesn't need the crown. It doesn't need the throne. You're a relic, your majesty. Nobody will mourn your passing. Nobody ever mourns a tyrant.
What are you talking about?
But I represent legions. You will never defeat us all. You may be a hero, but that doesn't make you a god. It doesn't give you the right to rule a country. I wish General Turner were here to see you die. Such a pity you'll never meet him. We will return Albion to a more pure state. This castle will burn to the ground. Your family invented the monarchy, but it has no place in our land. Everyone imprisoned by the kings of Albion will be set free. I'm willing to die for what I believe in. Are you?
Come here. Come here. Okay.
You think you're safe now? I'm just the first of many. We will kill you in the end.
Okay, why? Like, actually explain yourself. Been doing a very poor job of explaining yourself.
An enemy ship is approaching.
Interesting.
There are soldiers on board. Who are they? Get ready.
Sink it.
Hold steady. They look like elite soldiers. What the hell is going on? I don't know, but they're as good as dead.
At your service, Your Majesty.
Hmm? Were you flying some kind of flag here, or what? Or were you just kind of approaching?
Who are you? I'm Commander Milton. We came in pursuit of the man who attempted to take your life. I knew he would not succeed, but his escape dishonors us all the same.
The man spoke of a place called the Keep. Is that where you've come from?
Yes. Ravenscar Keep. It's a prison far from this coast, and we're the soldiers sworn to guard it.
Another of my brother's secrets.
If you'll come with us, Your Majesty, I'll show you. The Keep is where Albion's worst criminals are held. The most dangerous enemies of the Crown. It's time our new king saw it for himself.
Enemy ship. I don't know why they sold it that way. Odd.
Welcome to the Keep, Your Majesty.
Oh.
Albion's secret prison. Your father made use of it. Your brother Logan made use of it. Now, it is yours. I had my men prepare for your visit, so the cells should be ready for inspection.
Is it safe? Recent events have made me somewhat wary of convicts.
There are plenty of harmless political prisoners in
Why is he
prison by
here?
Logan. But over the years, we have accumulated some rather dangerous individuals. And there's none more dangerous than General Turner. He led your brother's armies for years, until he became obsessed with ending his rule, with abolishing the crown altogether.
Oh my, yes.
Understandable, I
General
suppose.
Turner. He attempted a coup on your brother and declared he would bring about the end of the monarchy in Albion. Unfortunately, this was before Logan saw fit to execute all traitors.
I believe the assassin you killed was acting under his orders. We will conduct a full investigation into how... Something's wrong.
I knew it! This place is a death trap! I'm going to be torn apart by angry criminals!
I mean, worse things could happen.
I'll stay here and make sure nobody sinks the boat.
Lieutenant, what the hell happened?
Nobody quite knows, sir. Some of the prisoners in Block A broke free. They started a riot, got hold of weapons and killed some of our men. We can't break through.
We won't be able to get through the entrance. There's a reason we call this place the Keep. Fortunately, I know this place better than any prisoner. Are you willing to get your hands dirty, my king?
Sure.
Or perhaps you would prefer to wait here?
I may have become a politician, Commander, but I was born to fight. Lead the way.
With pleasure. The old sewer system leads into the lower levels. It's as secure as any other part of the Keep, but I can get us through.
See. Aha! Knew it. See, this is why you gotta go the not way, or the right way. Well, this is good. I was worried that, you know, we would have to do something else with our remaining time, but we got a DLC to do. Good. Wait. Did I go down there? I'm assuming not, because I don't know if there's a way back. Right.
I wouldn't be surprised if General Turner was behind this. I've been the warden of this place for 7 years, and we've never had a prisoner like him. He seems to exert some strange control over people.
Interesting.
But you can judge for yourself soon. It's impossible to get past this gate without the key, and I have the only copy, as this poor bastard found out too late. I should warn you. We'll be coming out into the prison's lowest level. We call it the pit. The inmates down here are so disturbed they're barely human. Welcome to the pit, Your Majesty. The most miserable place in Albion. Try to stay away from the cell doors. They sound agitated enough already. I closed this room down when I took over. The doctors who used it called it an electrical rehabilitation facility. The rest of us called it the torture chamber. Most of the men you hear screaming sat in those chairs every day. If they weren't insane when they came in, well, let's just say I'd rather die than be strapped to one of those things.
I hope that's not foreshadowing. Interesting missing door.
We should be right under the rioters now.
Are there more cells, or is that guards?
Here they come. Don't hold back, Your Majesty. These men are vicious killers. We're not exactly the most popular people among convicts, are we? Rattle those teeth, mate. I never should have left the island. Nice work, mate. We need to regain control of the prison before this turns into a real bloodbath.
Cover health naturally, I suppose. I still don't love that there is no health bar in this game.
These were good men. Some of them little more than boys. This was never meant to happen.
Birds? They here. Still alive. He's not.
This isn't a random riot. It's too organized. Turner did this. He sent the assassin after you not to kill you, but to draw me and my best soldiers away. Come on. If he's behind this, we need to find him before it's too late. They've broken into the armory. This is going to get interesting. Watch your back, Your Majesty. Never underestimate a desperate criminal. If General Turner is behind this, it won't be easy to recapture him. Whatever happens, purpose. We can't let him leave the island.
Where are they?
Nothing harms a bandit like being locked up for a few years.
Okay.
It sounds like some of the guards are still fighting in there. They're going to need our help. If you don't mind,
Posters
Your
put up.
Majesty, I think I'll join my men.
Hey.
There hasn't been a recorded riot in the keep for 2 decades.
Okay, fine, I missed.
After all this time being nothing but a war, it's good to feel like a soldier again. I used to complain nothing ever happened on this island. This isn't quite what I had in mind, though. Turner must have a bigger plan than just letting some prisoners out. Not knowing what it is what worries us the most. You should have stayed in your cell.
Ah! Thought I'd successfully dodged there.
My guards haven't seen proper combat in a long time.
There we go.
What would you rather be? Locked up and living, or free and dead? Turner is in the maximum security room. That's where we need to go. It's a shame they didn't just kill each other. That's what wild animals usually do. The last time I killed this many men, I was still
Okay. These guys are apparently oddly competent.
The cells of the maximum security ward must have been opened.
4 hit point
Including
sponges.
General Turner's. Come on, we have to get there before he can make a break for it.
Okay, that didn't.
This ends now.
Don't let it get you down, son. Sort of way you'll stay soon.
None of you will escape alive.
Good one. Slug them, freaking.
Just a few more, Your Majesty.
Leave 'em. Eat 'em, meat 'em up. That's the ticket, lad. Have a hit hard.
When these are all, the rest will surrender.
On! Just stop all that shooting nonsense and give up. Keep it up.
Okay. Oh. There. Okay.
Where are the prisoners?
They're gone, sir. The cells were empty when we were taken hostage.
I should have known. Damn it, I should have known. Round up the last of the rioters and lock them up.
That gun of his has a lot of barrels.
Missing?
Fascinating.
We have to get
Pepper
out of
box or
here.
something?
We'll be butchered.
You may rest at ease, Mr. Hobson. I don't believe they're anywhere on the island. The riot was a diversion, orchestrated by Turner. As long as he's at large, Albion is under threat, Your Majesty. But he isn't the only one we need to worry about. We will need to recapture all the escapees if we want to safeguard the kingdom.
Who are the others?
Professor Faraday was a celebrated inventor, and the brains behind most of our industrial progress. Until he turned on your brother. He's a mild-mannered man, but his creations could bring about the end of civilization. Mary Godwin,
To be
also
fair,
known as
Reaver is a
Witchcraft
deviant.
Mary, was a highly skilled alchemist, though that knowledge rests in a very disturbed mind. She was convicted of
These are gonna
witchery
be
after
bosses.
they discovered her rather horrific experiments. I dread to think what she may do next. And I've already told you about General Turner, the most dangerous of them all. He must have been planning this breakout for months.
Where do we begin?
The records room holds all the information we have on our prisoners. My men can study the files for Witchcraft Mary and Turner. I'm confident I know where I can find Faraday. There's only one place he could call his home. One place he could believe himself safe.
Okay. We are. Now what?
I propose we sail there as soon as possible.
Okay, then.
I magnanimously offer my services in this investigation. This study seems like a nice, safe place from which to serve the kingdom.
Very good, then. Your Majesty, I shall meet you at the pier
It
when you're
doesn't,
ready to
but
hunt
okay.
down Faraday.
Okay.
There seem to be several entries on this Mary Godwin, or Witchcraft Mary, if that's what we must call her. Very little on General Turner, though. I'm sure I will have found a plentiful supply of information when you return, though. Good luck, Your Majesty.
Thanks, Hobson. Could be worse. Aren't we going to take down the corpses? That would be Grimsey Live. Grimsey Lives. To a previous game that I'm... Let's just head down the normal way, shall we? Oh?
Oh, bollocks. I've made errors in the count before, but never had this many men missing. No other explanation. They've scarpered, Your Majesty. I'm sorry to inform you that a number of prisoners are unaccounted for. And these aren't blokes your brother locked up for waving signs at a protest. They're real criminals, killers, and clever. Working out a way off this island as we speak, you can be sure. Me and my guards have enough on our hands keeping this place together. No way I can send men off to comb the island for these escapees. I could use another hand to round them up. And if that hand happens to wield magical weapons and shoot fire and lightning, well, so much the better. Wish I could tell you more, but the only thing we know for certain is they haven't left the island. And we don't even know that for certain. Yeah, anyway. Point is, if you could round them up, that'd be really fantastic.
Sure, I'll try.
Brilliant. Knowing you're on the job, I'll be much more focused on the task at hand, making sure this place stays locked up tight. I'll just say, be on your guard. One of these brutes once beat a man to death with a sock. It was, not quick.
Alright. With a sock. I don't know how you can have so much trouble rounding them up. The island is not that big. These are apparently bands of prisoners. I'm the king. How dare you? is my secret prison. Oh, wait a minute. That's where I would be. Treasure? Where? Where's a boy? Oh. I can just... That's cool. Where is it, boy? Oh,
My body is betraying me. I've begun feeling unwell, and I may not have many years ahead of me. We must act quickly and bring about the change Albion needs.
Wait.
My mind rests easier knowing that I have disciples who will be faithful to the last and will do what needs to be done.
This title is making me think this is a reference to something. Do they have the balls to reference the Turner Diaries in a DLC for Fable 3? There's no way. Right? Is that really how this is gonna go? Like... But as far as I can tell, there aren't Jews in this kingdom. How's that gonna track? So bizarre. Gold. Invisible wall. Okay, no. Good to know. Ooh, it's middle of the ocean. The New World. Relic of Ages. I might try. I may need to come back and do that. Fail. Get into the desert. Gosh, there is a lot to do in Aurora. Oh wait, got to do the thing that I was gonna do. I'm already right there.
Faraday had a remote factory he opened up to the public before things turned sour. It's where he did all his work, and he's never stopped talking about it. I'm certain we'll find him there. But if what they say about his inventions is true, it won't be easy to capture him. Shall we go, Your Majesty? Clockwork Island. It was quite a popular tourist attraction some years ago. Faraday's inventions have changed the world, but all he really wanted was to make people happy.
Why was he locked up?
Nobody really knows. Your brother said he was a danger to mankind. As for Faraday himself, all he would ever say is that he'd rather die than betray his creations.
Oh, he created something. He created life.
I used to queue up for hours when I was a child in Bowerstone, just to get a glimpse of his contraptions. I still remember the slogan, Faraday Industries, where faraway dreams become reality. Well, those dreams certainly look far away now.
Yeah. Cool 20. Island. Map. Any treasure here for me, boy? Guess not. Go here. All right, moving on.
Maybe you're supposed to put gold coins into its mouth, you know, to pay the entrance fee.
Walk around it, can't it?
It could just be a statue, of course.
Welcome, visitors, to Clockwork Island.
We should try to find Faraday as quickly as we can, Your Majesty.
And I will
Who
be your
knows
guide.
what he's building in his
Please refrain
factories.
from using obscene language in front of the children. Now,
Reasonable.
If you will follow me, we will begin the tour. Keep your belongings with you at all times, and try not to stray from the group.
I suppose we should do what he says.
The rotation thing was wacky. I like that. A lot of robots.
We begin with what is yet to come. Astonish your senses, give flight to your fancy by stepping into the street of the future.
I'm starting to wish I'd paid this place a visit while it was still open.
Before you is an everyday Bowstone suburb, as it will be 15 years from now. Yes, the future is in our grasp.
We're gonna have to fight those, aren't we?
Please walk among the citizens of tomorrow. Share in their joy. Marvel at their superior well-being.
Okay. Huh. Interesting.
In the world of tomorrow, there is no conflict, no jealousy, no selfishness. Thanks to science, people are finally happy. Witness the idyllic lives
Ernest Faraday, father of the modern age, hero of industry, loving parent to all things clockwork.
you not want to raise a family here?
Cast in 24-karat zirconium by Arthur Mint, sculptor of Reaver.
This is the future that Faraday Industries can bring to Albion. Peace and contentment for all. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good evening, good evening, good evening, good morning, good evening, good evening, good morning, good morning.
There's a bit of a Walt Disney Goes Wrong vibe here. It's always an interesting turn to take. I mean, I will say Walt Disney was quite the futurist. A very optimistic futurist. It's something that's I think largely admirable.
We hope all your dreams have been fulfilled.
Maybe not, correct or accurate, but certainly admirable. Oh no. What?
I know who you are, and I know why you're here. You will never get what you want. Never.
It's Faraday.
I'm ready for you, Your Majesty. I am most ready. And if it is violence you seek, then violence you shall have.
No. What?
This is a security announcement to all our guests here today. Please take cover. The management accepts no responsibility for any mutilations, fatalities, or slight grazes. And now, presenting the latest in armed defense mechanisms, a round of applause for The Colin Mark II.
Okay. Yep, so I do need to fight them all. Great.
A smile on your face is mightier than a face. Do you enjoy fishing as I do? Then perhaps we can find our lives.
Oh, jeez.
One fine morning.
This is going well.
In the future, there are no kings and queens or rulers of any kind. And everyone is in a state of permanent bliss.
So this is what Faraday's been doing in his spare time, building a mechanical army. Is that why your brother locked him
It's
up?
not an army. It's not intended to be.
There is no better feeling than sitting with a newspaper in your hand, a pipe on your lips, and a dog on your feet.
Faraday's just stalling us. Looks like the street of the future isn't that different to the street of the present. Do you think these things feel pain?
I hope not.
No wonder tourists stopped coming here.
I hope Faraday did not program them to feel pain. Seems kind of
This is like no armor I've ever
bizarre.
seen.
Is it not wonderful how violence fills the world with dread? I have already told you this unit has closed its guide function and can
Looks
no
like
longer
the street of the
communicate.
future is
The
going to
path
be
is
a
closed.
dangerous place to
Please
live.
leave.
I'm starting to see why your brother locked Faraday up. Come on, let's find him, shall we?
I'd really like to see
In light of
Faraday
recent traumatizing events, this unit
recover?
is entered dormant. Please make your way to an exit.
rather than
I think there might be a way through here.
here we go. Rather than us have to, lock him back up or kill him. Do not kill him.
How come this isn't part of the tour? Welcome to the graveyard of the future. Look at this place. Even the wall is falling to pieces. There's some sort of canal down there. Ready when you are, Your Majesty.
Not yet. I'm looking for treasure chests.
I don't think
Prostitute
we'll find a tour guide
boots.
where we're going next.
The brick paved backyard of the future.
See what lies behind the futuristic veneer, aren't you?
Yep, like I said, brick paved backyards of
continue,
the
Your
future.
Majesty?
That's quite a drop. Ooh, okay. Hold on, are those mechanical birds, or is this just... That's just how they're rendered?
The park has been open for a whole month now, and I can say without reservations that it is an extraordinary success. The public adores my creations, and as I predicted, the street of the future is proving to be my greatest draw. Tomorrow I travel to Miss Peak, where I will oversee the maiden voyage of the improved monorail. I think this design is the safest yet.
Was till it happened. To be fair, the incident with the monorail is probably not all that predictable. This massive ravine. Where is it? Where's the boy? Yep. Are you still coming, Milton? Way up there.
What are those? Insects?
Yeah. Clockwork.
I have instructed
Mosquito.
my cleaning and repair crew to clear the canal of detritus. Now go away.
Okay.
Faraday's built himself quite a fortress, hasn't he? I don't care what... Can you imagine what would happen if these insects got loose in Albion? Careful, Your Majesty. They're far more dangerous than real beetles. We're getting close. Faraday must be in that factory up ahead.
Yeah, but what's down here? Boat. All this is... It's all fascinating. Cool level design, albeit very... I mean, it's nicely linear, which is kind of what you want for a DLC like this, frankly. But the design is quite cool. Pepper Doggo? Where are we? Where's the dig spot? Show me. You're a good boy. Patch of dirt. Who would have thought? Anyway, also I have to figure out what else I'm going to be playing next. Another whole big question, huh?
I will never do as you ask. Do you hear me? Never!
What's he talking about?
I'm not sure. Maybe he's finally lost what little reason he had left.
Rulers may believe they can impose their will on whomever they so wish. But I was born to make dreams come alive, not to create death.
Okay.
You have already seen the weapons your brother forced me to make, but they shall never leave this island, and neither shall I.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's why your brother had him locked up. He refused to build him an army. And he thinks that's what you've come here for.
Obviously, you can hear us, right? Can't I just, say that's not what I'm here for? Or something? I mean, he's not going to believe us, but we can at least try, right? I have an obligation to. Miss Pepper Doggo? What do we got? Here, pup. Good Pepper Doggo. Show me. Where's the dig spot? Right here? Oh, just... Ah. Tactical princess. And his robot dog.
So happy. We could do this forever and ever.
Must I turn more of my creations into monstrosities? Leave us in peace.
I have a feeling these dogs aren't here to play catch with us. Bombs. Why am I not surprised? Don't let them get too close to you. I was always more of a cat person myself.
Same, although this isn't exactly why.
Faraday must be really desperate if he's willing to destroy his creations to stop us. You need to kill them from a distance. Faraday must be really desperate if he's willing to destroy his creations to stop us. Faraday must be really desperate if he's willing to destroy his creations to stop us. Don't let them get too close to you.
Ow.
Don't let them get too close to you. I've had just about enough of this. Whatever he believes, he's too dangerous to be left out here. We need to find him, now.
Maybe he can come home, and all will be well. That's possible, right? Perhaps he can be rehabilitated. Anyway, Imps, if you're still there, I'm still curious as to what you think about that particular, Palpatine was preparing for the Vong fan theory. It is, like I said, it is rather popular, especially among those who are especially among those who are particularly sympathetic to the Empire, so to speak.
Logan must have driven him insane. He made him turn this place into a war factory. They're relentless.
It is not polite to resist attempted murder. That's it. You can only push a civilized person so far.
All those years Faraday was babbling in his cell. I had no idea this. If this technology ever gets out, it means the end of the army. Who would need a real soldier? Who'd want to be one?
You have been casting unreal nonsense at my wife. Why? I will show you what is what.
If this technology ever gets out, it means the end of the army.
I mean, that's good, though, right?
A real soldier who'd want to be one.
And it's kind of good. There is, of course, the problem of autonomy, of autonomous programmed weapons, which is a problem that we are actually encountering in today's world, right? Which, again, I think this is something that that Pope Leo really pointed out in his last encyclical about just war theory as it applies to automated warfare. That that this kind of automation can lead to the lack of hesitation in the face of more and more heinous war crimes.
Incredible news. I have received word that King Logan himself is planning to visit the island. He wishes to speak with me in person. No doubt to congratulate me on all the advances I have made, and on transforming Bowerstone slums into a happy and productive place. I shall have to record a special welcome message for Huxley.
Logan. I assume demanding an army, once again, for a noble purpose, for the purpose of fighting off this grave threat represented by the Brawler. This force of darkness, which I will mention relies, I think, largely upon illusion, on manipulation of the sapient mind. If you have an army of mindless automata, perhaps, I mean, I can at least see an argument for why you might think that might be a good solution to an enemy like that. Like, I guess I can see where Logan's coming from once again, but it winds up crossing some serious ethical lines. It lends Logan once more further and further into further and further down that road towards tyranny. This looks like an arena. Guess not. Okay then. There's a treasure chest there. I have to backtrack now a lot, but what? Prostitutes. That wasn't quite worth it. Yeah, that is a lot of backtracking, but not you know, respawned enemies. Could be worse. Oh, what'll this do? Oh. I think I've missed a couple.
You've taken my work. You've taken years of my life. But you cannot
If this
take my
technology
soul.
ever gets out,
No,
it means the end of the
that is out
army.
of reach
Who would
even
need
for
a real
Albion
soldier?
ruler.
Who'd want to be one?
And I will crush you.
I shall unleash the wrath of validated hatred upon your puny head. I cannot harm, or by omission of action allow to be harmed a human being, except you.
Think of what your brother would have done if he'd had an army of automatons at his command. How many more of these things are there?
You are an insignificant human of dust, and I am a better duster. You have been born before. Victory is a crucial attempt. There is no place on a motorcycle or built like you. Not be alarmed. I am the licensed dental surgeon. Now open your mouth. Cease your bleeding at once.
Logan must have driven him insane. He made him If this technology ever gets out, it means the end of the army. Who would need a real soldier? Who'd want to be one?
Once again, that is the least bad thing about this.
Getting sick of these walking boxes. They're relentless.
Oh, whoop.
Let's hope that's the last of them.
Like I said, though, it's the least bad thing about all this, but it is. There's still certainly a dark side to it. Still the fact that without a real army, with only an army of automata, there is far more of capacity for heinous crimes.
The last factory. He has to be here somewhere.
Frazier, what did I miss, boy? Ocean. Hmm. This reminds me a bit of that that underground.
What if it was all just
Fallout
recorded
Shelter type
messages?
thing.
He's been playing with us.
It's also possible.
Is this the perfect soldier you wanted, Your Majesty? Well, you shall never have it.
Oh. Oh my.
I designed this suit to be the most powerful weapon that has ever existed.
Oh, it's a suit.
Allow me to demonstrate. I'm not alone on this island. Strike, my friends.
How am I supposed to dodge that? Can I block those?
Why won't you leave an old man alone? Leave me alone.
Faraday is our only master. He is also the world's greatest lover. It is not.
Yay! Alright, wow. That was a pound through the healing potions, but alright. I hope that was a robot, not a suit.
Well then, I'm ready. Your brother destroyed
Oh no, that was a
everything
suit.
I cared for. You may as well kill me.
We should take him back to the keep. We can take care of his wounds there.
Yeah.
I'm not like my brother. You're safe now.
I hope that doesn't bite us in the ass, but okay. Hi, Pupper Dog.
Thank you. I should not have judged you so hastily, Your Majesty.
You have been through a lot, Mr. Faraday. But now that we know the truth, your life will return to normal.
Very good. He will be released as soon as his wounds are healed.
Well, okay then. Again, I hope we don't live to regret that. Faraday no longer poses a threat to the world, but then he never really did. You can now right Logan's wrong, and give the father of industry his life and his freedom back. Oh gosh. Now I will say, by the way, that relevantly, that this is let's see if we have anything. We have 50 something. 50 something? 76. All right. Let's teleport back to the beginning. Here. Oh. Here until. Okay. Anyway, as I was saying though, this game I think really fails to do one thing that I think fantasy. Oh, shock spell. I don't have the shock spell at all. Really? I should. It's appropriate to get it now, after all. Maybe I'll switch to like fire and shock. But if it's anything like I think it is, if it's like a continuous force lightning, kind of don't really want to. Anyway, moving on. Anyway, moving on though. Test it out. Die pack 2, khaki, purple, orange. Blacksmith, meh. Anyway, though, this game takes a fantasy setting, sorry, and extends it further into the technological future, which is not something I like in my fantasy set. Right, like I have said. Like I said, I think I was talking about this last week, Fairman. I think that fantasy is done best when it embraces medieval stasis, which is again a mostly fantasy trope, where the technology, including social technology of the setting, remains static at whatever period you find most interesting, appropriate. Right? Typically, that is sort of high Middle Ages, or maybe an odd amalgamation. Right. So, for example, take the Lord of the Rings. Right. Technologically, the Lord of the Rings doesn't vary from time to time. There isn't really a development of technology or society over time. It's more like different areas, different parts of the world, different cultures have different levels of advancement, if you will. Right? Rohan, for example, is very low Middle Ages, early medieval, almost Dark Age. 9th, 10th century at the most advanced. Primarily chainmail. Yes, riders, but no heavy cavalry, you'll notice. Mostly wooden structure. They're stone buildings, but not grand castles. Again, early medieval. Whereas you have Gondor, which is very much high Middle Ages. Advanced technology, advanced architecture, plate mail, good metallurgy, again, descended from Numenorians and whatnot, fair enough. But again, I would place the Gondor at something like 13th, 14th century, technologically and culturally. The dwarves, who are fairly modern in a lot of ways. They're technologically rather advanced, well into the Renaissance. They're socially rather advanced as well, again, well into the Renaissance. They're a monetary system, if you want. And then, of course, you have the Shire, right, which has for 600 years been set quite comfortably in roughly the 19th century. They have matches. They have roughly 19th century rural English social standards. They have pipe tobacco. And all of these things are, again, very distinctive to roughly the 18th.
Ah, my king. I have eagerly awaited your return. I have made an
And then you have the elves, which are weirdly timeless.
Just tell him what my men found out, Hobson.
Why, it was a wholly collaborative effort. Without my supervision, who knows when... Just tell me. Of course. Indeed. As you know, the second prisoner is the alleged witch, Mary Godwin. A rather foul and malevolent woman, by all accounts. We have uncovered files on experiments so grotesque, I don't mind admitting I lost part of my supper while reading them.
Get to the point, Hobson.
Yes. Well, it seems that before she turned to foul necromancy, she came from a well-to-do family. We believe she may be hiding out at her grandfather's long-abandoned...
That's what that's for.
...estate.
I have the coordinates. I'll wait for you at the pier. The sooner we capture this woman, the better.
And I shall continue leading the investigation into General Turner. There really seems to be so little information on the man. It's as if he had taken his records with him.
Hold on a minute.
Such hushed tones about this.
Now I'm curious, should I do this tonight? Here's the trouble. If we do this tonight... No, because there will be plenty more side quests. No, there's plenty more side quests we'll do right now. How about that? We'll get onto the pier. We will... No, we won't go to them. Go right now.
Welcome to the sanctuary.
We're just going to go down to Aurora and do a bunch of those side quests we have. We have a bunch of side quests. It's this, I think. What side quest do I have here? Hobnobbing with the Hobbs. Take Danse Mourir to Hob Cave. That sounds unwise. This stupid thing. This stupid thing. Convict on the run. Hillfield. Fortune. Alright, yeah. Do this. Like I said, we got some side quests galore. So let's do some side quests for the rest of today. Then we'll do these last two convicts and finish up the deal. Further question. Can I just move in here? No. Then.
Well, hello there. I could use your help, you know, cleaning up the streets. I'm ashamed to admit it, but we've had a rash of jailbreaks, and not enough men on duty to track the criminals down. If you could help us out, I'd pay you for your time. Just find them and drag them back here. No doubt they'll put up a fuss, but you can handle it, I'm sure.
Probably better.
That's great. With your help, we'll get the criminal scum off our streets once and for all.
Okay. Let's find this criminal scum. It's unfortunate that we have criminals in such... Oh! Bandits.
Cremation or burial?
What? His teamwork. You're good. Thanks, guard. Alright, now let's track down this criminal. Is it you?
Your Majesty, I humbly offer you this trifle.
What's with all these experience points rolling in? Hey. What are you? Growing up on the street.
I don't like the look of...
Whoa! That'll knock the custard out of him! This guy's a right menace with the... Oh, that looked like it hurt, matey. Great stuff! Whack him again, lad! You bastard! How did you do that?
Okay, moving on.
King and country.
Is it because of my reputation increase as I pass each of these people? Must be, right?
Your Majesty.
It's quite the distance to get to. Hunt.
That's
Hey.
all I'm letting you hold, so don't get any funny ideas. All right, it's a fair cop as the saying goes. Let's get moving.
Okay. Let's go all the way back, shall we? I wonder if I drained the lake. This would have been easier. Hey, criminal scum. See all these corpses? Could have been you.
What's with his new temples anyway? I found this nasty monk under my bed once, worshipping the shadow. Nutter.
What? Worshipping the shadow?
Your Majesty,
If that's what you want.
please accept this with
I
my
haven't washed my hands
compliments.
for 3 days,
By
by
the
the
way,
way.
you look very attractive.
Yep. Off. All right. How did I take down the statue of Reaver? It's my house now.
Just wait till I tell my mum. She's gonna find you and she's gonna give you a whooping like you wouldn't believe. Okay, let's make a deal. You let me go and I'll tell you how to find the legendary sand goose.
Ah, it's the recidivist. Virtually born in jail he was. Always breaking out.
think it's
Always
something that's
coming
closed then.
back. Thanks for your help. Make sure you come back soon. There'll be more work, I can just feel it.
Okay. Alright then. Well, we have a couple more side quests to do here, so let's do those, shall we? This guy... Where are we gonna get to first? Just did that. I didn't complete the quest, did I? Speak to him. Oh. I need to actually enter the circle myself. I will mention as well, something else I just happened across. The Tucker Carlson just had Daryl Cooper of Martyr Maid on.
I say, do
About
you
a
know
lot of
who I
really
am?
interesting current events. Some of the stuff we were just talking about ourselves.
Dan's Maria. You know,
Absolutely worth checking out.
famous author.
Again, I linked it in the description if
Have
you
you
are
heard of
interested.
me?
Absolutely worth it.
No? Well, anyway, whatever.
Seen it?
Right, now,
Don't
I'm
yap
into
about it, but
Hobbes.
fascinating.
Writing a book on them, in fact. Much maligned they are, Hobbes, and not nearly as bad as people make out. But I need to learn more, so I've decided I shall live with them for a while, study them, be friends with them. I'm sure I can do it. All they need is a little love and understanding. Will you take me to one of their caves? Make sure I get there safely.
Wildly on. Sure, why not? Himself asks, ideally, what would happen to Mormon temples if the religion shrinks dramatically?
Oh, how exciting!
They'd be repurposed, demolished, sold off for commercial or residential reconstruction. Honestly, I would be perfectly comfortable seeing them.
Shouldn't we be heading off? I can't wait to meet some Hobbes.
Stupid.
Absolutely fascinating.
I'd be perfectly comfortable seeing them
I'm betting they can be reasoned with.
consecrated
They're shown a bit of respect.
and transformed into churches. That may strike you as odd, given that they're essentially pagan temples. But some of the most beautiful early Christian churches were once pagan temples.
Wouldn't that be wonderful?
So again, I see no real problem with doing
Have you
so.
read my last book? It's about puffins. Undead puffins.
They may need to be
Cool,
reconstructed somewhat, remodeled significantly. But I do think that they could perfectly well be
If you buy my books, I'll sign them for you. How about that, eh?
repurposed into houses of proper worship rather than. Again, it's something that the church has done almost constantly throughout the ages. What is it, Pupper Doggo? Show me the treasure. Where is it? Where is it? Never mind, I guess.
Should we be heading off? I can't wait to meet some Hobbes. I wonder what Hobbes.
Yeah, Parthenon in Athens is a
Have you got
perfect
any
example.
ideas?
Turned into a church for Basil II. The Byzantine Empire paid homage there for his victory against the Bulgars in the 1000s. Yeah, great example. Great example. And I think, for example, Hagia Sophia could just be,
They're attacking! You have to kill them!
could just be returned to the church. Now, to be fair, it would probably be returned to the Orthodox Church, unfortunately. I think it could still be repurposed to proper worship, despite Islamic heresy.
Please, let's see it! Woohoo! Whoa! Why are we waiting? I've got Hobbes
What?
to meet and a book. Impressive.
What is
I
that?
like that. Ooh.
Let's hold it. Let's go further. Let's do even more extreme good. What even is this?
Yes! Yes!
I'm creating butterflies. Alright, come on, idiot. Anthropologist. Anthropologists.
If only we could get a chance to reason with them, but there's no time.
Hey, on. Sim says the Mormon temple is a series of many rooms and floors. You would need to gut the interior, possibly tear down a spire or two, since they usually have multiple spires. Maybe. I think it could be done though. I'm no architect, so that is far from my expertise.
Ah, now this is perfect. An excellent vantage point to make my observations. Oh, thank
Found
you
me
for your
stupid, but
help.
okay.
Farewell. I shall mention you in the forward of my book.
If you survive, you won't. That's it. You've successfully delivered Dans Maria to the Hob Cave. But can a Hob be reasoned with? Will you ever see Dans Maria again? No, certainly not. But absolutely. Do not. Another quest, I swear. I thought there was another. How about Morningwood? Just eat the game. Let's see. Nothing in Driftwood, nothing Silver Pines. Peak Valley is just the player thing. That is the Ruin of Marriage quest. Industrial. Escaped Criminal. Factory Volunteers. Let's see what this is about, but I'm assuming we're going to have to deny. Match slaves. I'm assuming that's what he...
Such a labour shortage at the moment. I'm desperate for workers. Desperate.
We offer
Can you
money.
help? Find me some volunteers, you know, if you get my meaning. Just grab them and drag them here, and I'll do the rest. I'll pay you well for your trouble.
Wait till I tell Mum about this.
Nah. Sounds evil. Okay, let's go that way.
The key! Wow!
Here's a present. Now, how about making me a duke?
Thanks.
Sir.
Still need to find a way up there. That chest.
Hello, your awesome supremeness.
Gross.
Majesty.
Throwing up in the fire pit. Okay. Gross. Yeah, like I said, an architect would really have to do something about that.
An address from Logan, your king.
Oh,
you are citizens of Albion.
Well, hello there. I could use your help, you know, cleaning up the streets. I'm ashamed to admit it, but we've had a rash of jailbreaks, and not enough men on duty to track the criminals down. If you could help us out, I'd pay you for your time. Just find them and drag them back here. No doubt they'll put up a fuss, but you can handle it, I'm sure.
King, after all. Look at me. Very kingly.
That's great. With your help, we'll get the criminal scum off our streets once and for all.
You're here. Hey there.
Let's get moving.
Hey. Hopper.
All right, it's a fair cop as the saying goes.
When did they suddenly start saying that?
With you?
Did this become like the popular thing to say all of a sudden? Shift in vernacular? Yes, I'm dragging you down a dark alley next to the children. Fear me.
Okay,
You dare.
okay, let's make a deal. You let me go, and I'll tell you how to find the legendary Sand Goose.
What always the Sand Goose?
Ah, got my hand back at last. It is mine, you know. Sure, you'll get your money for turning me in, but don't start thinking you're making a difference or anything. I'll be back.
Oh, this one's dangerous. Nice to see him back in jail where he belongs. A fine job, thank you. I'll let you know if we need your help again.
Excuse me again.
All humility.
Hey, let's go. Wait, I don't think there's quest here, is there? Nah, just the evil guy. Reaver Industry. Just to stay out of prison somehow. The debt wants me to kill somebody, wants me to steal a Reaver's underwear. What is going on? Excuse me. All here. Old quarter. Wants me to kill someone. What did I just smell? Like, I don't smell anything, but lordy. Heck. Where exactly? The underground. Industrial? Or Jason do it? Woo! Still. Keeps on going. Under food. Soil salon. Under gifts. These are not in good. Ooh. What? How is it basically falling apart? What happens when I don't own things? Fall apart, you know? That one that I did, these two that that one that I did own. Not falling. Alright, what else? We've got side quests down here. Aurora. Let's see what we got. Yeah, try this. See what this new world idea is.
Some say the Western Ocean is vast and pretty much empty. Just a few islands dotted about. I say that is not true. There is a great undiscovered continent out there, and I aim to find it. Trouble is,
hope you're right.
A maritime expedition like that costs money. Lots of money for the crew, the navigation equipment, the supplies. Oh, and the boat.
You don't have a boat?
No way to do it without a boat.
How much is
This
this?
sort of endeavor requires the
8,000?
patronage
That's
of a
all?
monarch. What
Sure.
about it, Your Majesty? Not only will you
8,000,
benefit
that's
from
nothing.
any discoveries I might make, you will also be expanding the sum of human knowledge.
And it will be new territory for the kingdom.
Who am I to judge?
Glorious. Well done. You've funded an extraordinary expedition to find a new world. Or you've effectively just thrown a lot of gold into the ocean, never to be seen again. Only time will tell. Hey, Anna Grace.
This is a great day for me, and so shall it be for you. And think of me, Your Majesty.
All right, what else we got? Temple recover and import. All right, let's just wander around over here, leftwards, towards ways. See about that demon door. We'll see about that. Oop. All right.
I hope you will accept this gift, Your Majesty.
All of these people seem rather friendly. The demon door up there. Yeah, I just need to pass near people and I start getting guild seals. Glorious.
Attention.
You are transcendently good. You are so holy and completely noble.
Yeah.
You virtually glow. In fact, you actually glow. You are an angel. And I applaud your commitment to your chosen morality. Well done.
Ugh, chosen morality. Oh, okay, so you have to be either wholly good or wholly evil. That's all. Alright, cool. I will say, though, that the system in this game, for as much as I like it, because it makes good and evil objective, like very straightforwardly objective, very much like that for a game especially like this, sort of fairy tale setting. I still think that it shakes out to be a little bit Manichaean. What's with the busts? Who is that? Is that what, Cicero or something? Like, it looks like they may have just grabbed a bust of, like, a 3D model of a bust offline of Cicero. The Equalizer. Word of the Woods used this rifle to drive away the evil innocents. Go to the weapon room, let's check it out.
Your arsenal contains new weapons. When you need to attack a target from a great distance and don't mind sacrificing firing speed, a rifle is ideal.
Sisto. Vigilante. 150 mercenaries. Drag 5 criminals to jail gives me a shotgun spray. That's Night Watchman, 150. Yeah. Sure. Go for it. Hero rifle does shockingly little damage for being... Alright. Let's open our
Any
presents.
other business to attend
Gift. Elegant Princess. Rug. Gold. Alright. Pleasant. I assume this place looks all evil and nasty, which is neat. Again, I think that the game tends a little bit towards Manichaeism, of sort of equating good and evil as sort of dualistic opposites, rather than good being objective and ultimate, and evil being rather parasitic,
At your orders, sir.
diminishing. Privation, the technical term. Where's that quest? Oh, her.
Your Majesty, I'm sure you could do it. There's this wise man who lives in the desert. He's prophetic, really kind of a hermit. We call him the prophetic hermit.
Of course you do.
Anyway, He has
Anyway, Imsim, since you're here, what did you think of the whole the Emperor was preparing for the Yuzhan Vong fan theory? I yapped about that a couple of times, and I haven't gotten your input on that. I've always been curious as to kind of what you thought about it.
Its wisdom.
For what it's worth, I think it's nonsense.
Deliver it myself.
But it's interesting, though.
But the desert's got so dangerous recently, I wouldn't make it alive. You, though, Your Majesty, you're a hero. You could get through. It would cause you no trouble. Will you take the brain for us? You'd win over some of the Prophet's followers if you did. And he has many. And he'd give you his predictions as well.
Okay.
Knowing the future would be of great value to a monarch, I would think.
Sure.
Like the one who owns the place.
Excellent. Thank you, Your Majesty. I'm sure his predictions will prove useful to you.
Great King, please accept this gift.
Your Majesty.
Walking around like that, it's weird and creepy.
Well, it's so
Your Majesty, are you interested in a business proposition? All you have to do, as per the usual, is part with a little gold. Surely a trivial sum for a wealthy monarch like yourself. In exchange, you will receive a key which bears an inscription. It says, "This key opens the way to a greater key, which leads to a greater treasure."
This is a quest chain, isn't it?
It opens a secret door in an ancient tomb in the desert. It's near some shattered statuary, I think. So, are you interested, Your Majesty? Again, the price is insignificant, and the potential reward staggering.
Sure.
And please come back again.
Yeah. I'm assuming the reason you don't do this yourself is because of the great danger in the desert. I have diminished the danger in the desert substantially. But still. Not sufficiently. The likes of him. The likes of just some guy. Okay. I do need one more. This one.
Farewell, Your
Pick up
Majesty.
one more quest.
The best in all Aurora. Incredible but true. This
I love that I just have a positive reputation with, like,
Buried
everyone.
out there somewhere. I know it is. Somewhere in the burning sands. If only it wasn't so dangerous. Oh, Your Majesty, perhaps you can help. The temple
they can probably
here
do some
in
of these.
Aurora commissioned me, Himmelkar, archaeologist extraordinaire, to retrieve a holy relic of theirs that was lost in the desert centuries ago. I found the general area in which the relic is said to lie. It is remote and infested with terrible creatures. But you are truly mighty. You can fight these things. If you could retrieve the relic, the temple will be very grateful, I'm sure. You see, it's a statue of a long-dead Auroran hero called Tanar the Great. Once recovered, they'll display it prominently in the temple. This is a very important piece of Aurora's history. Of course, all those who worship at the temple will know it was you who found the relic. This will earn their loyalty. So, Your Majesty, Will you venture across the burning sands in search of the statue?
Yeah. What adventurers are for, right?
People will be very
Heroes.
pleased, Your Majesty. Remember, the desert is very dangerous. Do be careful. Especially once you have the relic.
What is that supposed to mean? That's the way out, right? Yeah. That's... Oh, not what I meant to do.
Ah, hello.
All right, well, you know what? I did. You know what? I'm going to open my presents, and then I'm going to call it a night. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do these side quests, and then I'm going to finish the DLC quest next week. That should be a nice 3 hours. So that'll about wrap it up. Imsimp, I have homework for you. Go ask those. Go answer my questions. Go to the beginning of the stream. See this. Listen to what I had to say about the Empire, the Emperor, and these, and then answer that in media or in Speaking of Which, somewhere in Discord, because I'm really curious about your view on the matter. I'm going to tag you. So there. Anyway, thank you guys for joining me. We actually did it. We finished Fable 3, but there's still DLC quests, there's still side quests, so we're still going to do at least one more week. I believe it'll just be one, so do start thinking about what we're going to do next. If you have any suggestions, feel free to let them know. I have a suggestions channel in Discord for that very purpose, so feel free to use it. Use it for that. I don't know, actually. I don't have any particular concrete ideas. I have kind of thought about going back to playing Mass Effect, to play the Legendary Edition. I did not play the Legendary Edition the first time through on this channel. And it's been a long time. It's been over 5 years at this point since I finished the trilogy. Well, not quite. It's been over 5 years since I started the trilogy. It did take a while to play the games, but that might actually be worth doing. We'll see. We'll talk about it. Anyway, if you have any other ideas, feel free to suggest them. In any case, thanks for joining me. I'll see you guys next week. Have a wonderful evening. I will see you on Thursday for some more Greedfall 2. That is our schedule for this week, and forthcoming at least probably for the rest of this month. Probably just stick with Tuesday, Thursday. It's convenient for me for the moment, so we're probably going to do that. Anyway, thank you again for joining me. I had fun. This has been a good game. Almost done with it. Brought up some really interesting points. Some interesting thoughts. Maybe next time I'll talk some more about this this idea of mannequin problems therein. Find me next week if you're interested. Anyway, thanks again for joining me. Have a wonderful evening. See you next time. Till then, remember, don't be safe. Well, more importantly, be good. Night, folks.